Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Journalist thinks Arteta's gone right off £25 million Arsenal player and could now sell him. We really didn't expect to be questioning Aaron Ramsdale's Arsenal future this summer. Indeed, the England international has been one of Arsenal's most consistent performers in recent years, and it really looked as though his spot in this team was secure. However, in football, there can always be a sting in the tail, and according to numerous outlets, David Raya could now be on his way to Arsenal. Raya's arrival raises questions about Ramsdale's future, and according to Steve Kay, speaking on KS1 TV, there is now every chance the £25 million goalkeeper is sold this summer. Kay shared his verdict on the stopper. He said, the question is, what does that mean for Ramsdale? We have to take it that Arsenal wants Raya. Personal terms are agreed. It's done. It's all done. Arteta wants Raya. The way I am looking at it, it's another Joe Hart situation when Pep came in. Obviously, Arteta has seen something. I have seen the Athletic reporting that Raya is coming in to fight for a place. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. There is no way he's come in to be a number two. He is here to be a number one, and you can't keep a Spanish international goalkeeper and an English international goalkeeper at the same club. I feel that Arteta has seen something in Ramsdale that he doesn't like. Arteta wants Raya in. Last season, Raya was top of everything. Ramsdale was 7th, 8th, 12th, and all of this. I'm positive he wants Raya as number one, and I think we have to come to the conclusion, and I think Ramsdale is going. While Raya's arrival is interesting from this point of view, we really can't see a world where Ramsdale is sold by Arsenal. Indeed, he is only just signed a new contract with the Gunners, and to sell him at this point would be madness. He's barely put a foot wrong, and he doesn't deserve to be dropped from the first team, let alone altogether sold. Arsenal think they are genuinely about to make a brilliant sale. We have been getting excited about new signings at Arsenal all summer long, but now it's time for the Gunners to trim the fat from their squad. Indeed, there are a number of fringe players at Arsenal who, with all due respect, don't have any place at the club anymore. The likes of Nicolas Pepe, Nuno Tavares, and Cedric Soares are all on the chopping block this summer, and it would appear there are to be a few sales at Arsenal in the coming weeks. One player who is seemingly already on his way out is Austin Trusty. The American is apparently set for a move to Sheffield United for £5 million, and apparently Arsenal are over the moon with this deal. According to the Express Ryan Taylor, Arsenal view this sale as a fantastic bit of business after signing Trusty for a fraction of that price just 11 months ago. Trusty joined Arsenal in January 2022 for £1.5 million, and now Arsenal have more than tripled their investment in the player. Of course, when you sign any player, your goal is to get them into the first team, but if they can be a money spinner, they can be valuable additions as well. Sadly, Trusty was never able to truly show his worth at Arsenal and break into Mikel Arteta's squad. In fact, he never played a single game for the Gunners after joining. However, profit is a profit, and in a footballing landscape where FFP hangs over every single club, you can never complain about adding a few £1 million to your coffers at any given opportunity. Arsenal believe they are doing a brilliant bit of business here, and we have to agree. £8 million Arsenal player now appears to have had his squad number stripped of him. Arsenal's Nuno Tavares has finally returned to preseason training alongside a number of other Arsenal stars. Tavares has been enjoying an extended holiday over the summer after representing Portugal in the under 21 Euros, and despite looking in a very mood as he returned to training, Tavares was the only member of the senior side not wearing a squad number. Tavares posted two pictures on his Instagram of him back in a training with the squad ahead of tonight's Emirates Cup game against Monaco. But as you can see, and the journalist George Bird pointed out on X, Tavares doesn't have a squad number. Bird said, Nuno Tavares is back at London Conley. Looks like he hasn't been given a squad number. Tavares is one of several players Arsenal are reportedly looking to offload this summer, and it seems he won't have a squad number when training in the interim. Whether that means the fullback won't feature in tonight's game remains to be seen, but it doesn't seem to bode well for any Arsenal future. Tavares previously wore the number 20, which isn't now occupied by another player. Fellow London side West Ham were linked with a cut price £8 million move for Tavares during the negotiations for Declan Rice. Whether that interest still exists isn't clear, but you would expect there to be plenty of suitors for the fullback. Whilst he can still improve defensively, Tavares has exceptional attacking qualities that can unlock teams at any level. Tavares would look very adept as a left wing back, but perhaps a fullback role as Arsenal deploy doesn't suit his skill set. Arsenal's priority now seems to be dealing with any departures in their large squad, and with Tavares seemingly returning to Arsenal training without a squad number, you would expect it may not be too long until he departs. There is, of course, the possibility that he is in the midst of changing numbers, but with reports over his potential exit, that doesn't seem likely. 19-year-old youngster spotted in action for Arsenal for the first time in a year. He is keen to leave. Arsenal youngster Charlie Patino has been spotted in action for Arsenal for the first time in a year. Patino posted several pictures on his Instagram story yesterday wearing an Arsenal kit on the club's training ground. The pictures don't make it clear who he is playing against or the context of the match. However, given the 19-year-old has been looked over for both of Arsenal's first team preseason tours, it's a surprise to see him back in action. Charlie Patino looks set to be a victim of Arsenal's recent success under Mikel Arteta. The teenager is incredibly highly rated, with belief within the Arsenal squad that he is going to be a huge talent. He spent last season on loan at Blackpool, and despite their relegation from the Championship, he earned plenty of valuable experience. That taste of senior football appears to have guided his thinking this summer. Patino wants to leave Arsenal in search of regular minutes that he won't get at Arsenal and doesn't appear keen on a loan move. The fact Patino has been spotted during out for Arsenal shows he is not being completely frozen out by the club. He doesn't appear close to an exit right now, and with time ticking down in the transfer window, he might have to start considering his options. Charlie Patino is a very impressive young midfielder who made an immediate impact on his Arsenal debut. After plenty of hype around the 19-year-old in the academy, he was handed a debut in the quarter-finals of the EFL Cup. He came on for the last 10 minutes against Sunderland and scored in injury time. Patino has made one more appearance for Arsenal since then, starting in their FA Cup defeat to Nottingham Forest. Arsenal have acted well in the transfer market this summer, signing Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. With the German international set to play in Granit Xhaka's role next season, Patino has fallen further down the pecking order. Patino was spotted at Arsenal's training ground, working hard, while the club's senior players were on tour. Arsenal now watching 20-year-old midfielder compared to Luka Modric. Arsenal are keeping an eye on Dinamo Zagreb wonderkid Martin Batorina as a potential future transfer. Journalist Ryan Taylor via Give Me Sport provided more details on Arsenal's interest in the 20-year-old. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta will be very happy with his current squad. They have made three brilliant signings that will help them mount another Premier League title challenge. Not only that, Arsenal's squad is one of the youngest in the league, meaning they should be able to maintain their high standards for years to come. That being said, the Gunners are always looking for the next young player to add to the squad. Arsenal are now reportedly keeping an eye on Martin Batorina, who has been making waves in Croatia. He's come through Dinamo Zagreb's heralded academy, where a certain Eduardo made his professional debut. Speaking about the Croatian youngster, Taylor said, in regards to the midfield talent, again, Arsenal are stacked with midfielders at the moment, so it's just a player that they are keeping an eye on for the future. He caught the eye at the under 21 Euros as well, so he is a player that's going to be scouted again next season. And Dinamo Zagreb are in the Champions League qualifiers as well, so there could be a chance that they qualify for the Champions League like they did last season when they played against the likes of AC Milan and Chelsea. Batorina has already been compared to Luka Modric, and there are certain tiny similarities. The attacking midfielder is already a very impressive playmaker, recording 12 assists last season as Dinamo went on to win the Croatian top flight. He's also been a regular for Croatia's under 21s since he was 18 and appeared at this summer's European Championships. Arsenal move closer to signing incredible player. Things could move quickly now. Arsenal have now agreed personal terms with Brentford's 27-year-old goalkeeper David Raya. That's the latest update from Fabrizio Romano, who says the transfer could now move quickly. Romano shared the update on X and said that Raya has informed his club that he wants to join Arsenal. Romano said, understand David Raya has reached an agreement in principle with Arsenal on personal terms. Brentford have been informed by the player side that he wants to join Arsenal, and talks between clubs over formula price are now expected to accelerate. Arsenal's pursuit of Raya has already moved very fast, with personal terms now agreed just days after the interest was revealed. We have already seen in this window that both Edu and Mikel Arteta are wasting no time in achieving their target, and without any hitches, you would expect David Raya may be an Arsenal player before the new league season starts. Brentford have themselves already prepared for Raya's departure with the signing of Mark Flecken. The side will now just be hoping that Arsenal will get close to their £40 million valuation. There is, of course, those who still rightfully question the merits over signing David Raya. Whilst the genuine competition is good at any side, fans worry about the impact this may have on Aaron Ramsdale. The 25-year-old showed a ton of improvement last season and was instrumental in Arsenal's title push. And with incredible Raya now agreeing personal terms with Arsenal, reports that he comes in as Ramsdale's number two should allay some fears. The Gunners, of course, can now offer Champions League football as part of their cup appearances for rotation players. Rather than replacing Ramsdale, it seems Raya may be coming in to act as an upgrade on Matt Turner. Despite only signing him last season, Mikel Arteta is reportedly unhappy with the levels Turner has been producing. Therefore, with Arsenal holding a long term interest in Raya and him now being available, it's no surprise to see personal terms agreed. Arsenal target has just told fans at club's award ceremony he wants to leave now. Reported Arsenal target Moses Caicedo has told guests at Brighton's awards evening that he wants to leave this summer. That's according to Sussex World, with the outlet claiming the midfielder didn't hold back about his desire to leave the Amex Stadium. Arsenal have enjoyed a promising summer transfer window so far, as they have moved to bring in Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Julian Timber. The Gunners splashed over £200 million to land their top target, but they may not be done in the transfer market just yet. Indeed, journalist Graham Bailey claimed just last week that Arsenal could still move to sign Moses Caicedo this summer. Of course, Chelsea seem to be leading the race to sign the Brighton star after Arsenal broke the British transfer record to land Rice last month, but the 21-year-old has been a long-standing target for Arsenal after Mikel Arteta's man tried to sign him back in January, and the midfielder has apparently been very open about his desire to seek a fresh challenge over the coming weeks. Sussex World reports that Caicedo has admitted to guests at Brighton's 22-23 awards evening that he wants to leave this summer. Two guests at the awards evening have claimed the 21-year-old didn't hold back anything when it came to discussing his future. It's noted that Caicedo refused to talk about Chelsea's interest when asked about his preferred destination. Caicedo has been labelled an incredible talent after an impressive couple of seasons at Brighton. The Ecuador international has started under Roberto De Zerbi and seems keen to move on to a bigger club this summer, but Brighton are standing firm on their valuation of the player, having knocked back two bids from Chelsea already. As for Arsenal, it seems highly unlikely they would be able to find a move for Caicedo this summer, given their heavy spending so far. Brighton instantly rejected a bid worth £80 million from Chelsea last week, and it's difficult to see the Gunners going beyond that sum. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.